What is going on, YouTube family? We greatly appreciate each and every one of you here today. I need to pull it up over here so I can see exactly how many people are here. It looks like there's 28 people watching, and that was before we even started the show. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Let me make sure my volume's down over here. I'm such a mediocre YouTuber.
Yeah, I thought I paused it, and I just had to repause it because the commercial was playing once the stream started. I don't know if you heard it. It played for like a second.
I didn't even hear it. I got mine muted now. But we're super honored that each of you like take your time out of your day. I know a lot of you guys are off work today or out of school, so I think we should have a little bit maybe higher audience than normal. But even not, like we're super honored that so many of you guys show up here every day. I think I got a super chat earlier. Let me go back to the beginning.
I think you got a couple.
You guys are, yeah. Robin's Lullaby Reseller sent $4.99. Happy birthday, Josh. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that, Robin. And then Alexis Gatti Enterprises sent $4.99 with a pear sticker. Alexis, thank you so much. She's a super supporter of all of our channels. She's like every show she's super chatting something. So we
that
definitely
pair has like a little birthday hat too. So I think that was a birthday sticker.
That's awesome. So let me see. There's a couple of you guys that I don't want to spend like the whole first 10 minutes of our show shouting people out, but I think it's important to give you guys some recognition for showing. Some of you guys show up like 20-30 minutes early in the chat to hang out. Yeah. Jody was the first one in today. Jody, glad to have you back. He was gone last week, I think. Jeremy Cash 616, of course, he's here. He's awesome. Simply Dana, one thread at a time. Twistina Thriftina, that's a fun name. Of course, Alexis Catty Enterprises. Simply Dana again. I think that's everybody. Oh, Cajun Roots Reseller. He was in the chat before it started too. So thank you guys so much for joining. Just got another $10 super chat.
Yeah, you got another $4 one. I don't know if you saw the $4 super chat.
Okay, you got
it. Shane M. Shane M says, "Happy birthday, Harry Tornado." Yeah, everyone say happy birthday to Josh Harry Tornado in the chat.
I appreciate it. I'm 29 today. Actually, I won't be 29 until like 11:05 tonight or something. But it's cool. This is my last year, I guess, until I become old officially. I told my wife, I was like, I got to do like 20-year-old things. She actually, it's funny. Yesterday, she's like, "So what are you going to do for your birthday?" I was like, "Well, Frozen 2 is in theaters." She's like, "Gosh, you're going to be 29 years old." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's in theaters." Like, I genuinely want to go see it tonight. So I think that's what we're going to do. Nice. But I do see that super chat from Shane M, $4. Thank you so much, man. He and Alexis are part of my Patreon too. So just the fact that they joined that and still send super chats is incredible.
Yeah.
And then Stormy Fon sent $10. Don't spend it all in one place. Happy B-Day. Stormy, thank you so much. I really appreciate that as well. So today,
movie night is paid for.
What was that?
Movie night is paid for now.
Movie night is paid for, definitely. I remember, dude, when I first started going to the movies, when I was like, oh, man, we got another super chat from Bluegrass Picker, who's also one of my patrons. Guys, please, thank you. Thank you so much. When I first started going to movies, it was like, let me turn this off over here. Like tickets were like $7. And now like I went to a movie theater in Atlanta one time and like a regular, like not 3D or anything, was like $23. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah. I think in Jersey, just a normal ticket, it's like $14-15.
That's reasonable, I guess. But
yeah. We already bought tickets for Friday. We're watching Frozen 2 also.
I'm excited.
We're excited.
It should be pretty good. So as you see by the title, we're going to do store roasts today. I think it's a fun way to get your store some exposure, but at the cost of us being as mean as possible. Emily Conway sent a $4.99 super chat. I scored $80 on 4 Starbucks mugs last night because of you guys. Thank you. That's awesome. I buy Starbucks mugs at the thrift store if they're in really good condition. I have never bought some retail arbitrage because I can never find any. So that's awesome.
The cool thing about Starbucks mugs, they're kind of like Lego. since they're all like limited runs, they typically appreciate in value. So it's almost like a long-term investment.
Yeah, Stormy Fine says $7. I remember going to the dollar movie theater when I was a kid, and my granddad always told me he could go to the movie with a quarter, and it would be like 10 cents to watch the show, 5 cents for popcorn, and 5 cents for Coke, and then you'd have a nickel left over or something. I'm like,
yeah.
Well, you also made $12 a month. You know? And thank all of you guys for the happy birthday wishes. I really appreciate that. So we didn't want to go like full into like a random person's eBay store and like start roasting them. So we're going to pull up our stores first and just bring them up on screen, and you guys we can roast ourselves together. And then, you know, as we get with that, you can drop your eBay store names in the chat or the link to an eBay store, and we'll pull it up. So I've got mine over here.
Yeah, because trust me, like our stores are not perfect at all either.
Yeah. When the more you list, the better you get at it. But but it's also like if you get into a situation where you're trying to list a bunch of stuff, generally the quality is going to go down. So what a lot of Josh and I both did, like we use this wooden background on a lot of our things now. I used to use the solid white background because I know it's better for eBay and Google search. Also, I want to mention, forgive me if I'm not looking at the chat right now. Like I'm looking at it in StreamYard, but I'm not in YouTube. So if you send a question or something, we probably won't see it for a minute. So just bear with us as we do this. But this wood background, I think it still looks good. You know, I know that whole algorithm thing with eBay and Google search prefers the white background, but this wooden background is so much easier. You don't have to clean it as much. You don't have to make sure you get these crisp white backgrounds like on this purse. You know, it looks professional, but it's time consuming to do that. And we both think that this wooden background works just as well, especially for white things like this hat.
This is supposed to be a roast, so make sure you're roasting. Make sure you're roasting his store in the chat.
Yeah. So like stuff like this was on a white background, but I didn't take the time to like adjust the brightness settings. So it's really just, it looks gray. So I'm just like wasting my time with a white background because it doesn't even look good. It just, it looks dull and dingy.
It's not like, it's like a gray almost. It has like a gray tint to it.
It doesn't look good. And that's why these $16 pair of shoes plus shipping haven't seen it yet. Same thing with this glove. Like I started taking my glove pictures flat lay on where I do my clothing now because they look better. But when I did them on the white, I wouldn't take the time to go in and adjust this. So it still just looks like a gray square, dull, dingy. It's probably not going to sell. I need to go in and adjust it.
Looks like the jeans are running away.
Yes. Oh yeah. So pants. That's how I do pants.
Yeah,
I know
pants
a lot of
are tricky to photograph.
They don't.
They are kind of like.
Oh, let me get out of here. I like it because you got to do the square pictures, you know. $5 super chat. Let me see who that was from. Was that Robin? No.
The funny thing about this is like just looking at the photos, you can kind of guesstimate when you listed it based off of what the background is and like the quality of it.
Yeah. You can like, oh, that's been listed for a long time because that picture was terrible.
Because you go in phases. You're like you have this set up for like 3-4 months, and then you change it up for like another 3-4 months until you figure it out. Crystal
Crespo sent $5 super chat. Happy birthday, child, from someone who is more than twice your age. Crystal, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I want to go find some older listings here.
I'm embarrassed for everyone to even see my older listings.
See them. It's like our first YouTube video.
Yeah. I cringe at my own. That would be an interesting show too. Us looking at like our our first YouTube video.
Yeah, review. I mean, big YouTubers do that. It's a way to like monetize your first videos. I think. I don't know how to see like my old listings. I hate the grayness of this, like the background. Like I either want wood or solid white. One of these two. I don't want this gray anymore because it just doesn't look good.
Yeah,
like that. Those look terrible. I started selling bras and bikini tops recently, and I don't have a female mannequin, so I just like lay them down. I don't know anything about bras, but they're selling. I've sold like 2 or 3 in the last like 2 weeks.
You don't want to model them?
I don't think that would help the sale. So I did see this eBay store one time where this guy was selling like military clothes, like jackets and stuff. and he just, I don't know if it was wife or girlfriend, but she was like modeling them. So it would just be like a normal military jacket, but she would have like a bikini top and just like have it open on top. And that was his like main picture on eBay. And it had like 400 watchers, you know?
Gosh.
So I guess it's marketing.
Some hired help.
Yeah.
Brian Oak says, I'll send one of my girls over to model clothes for you.
Oh, good. I'm so excited.
Your sales will go through the roof.
Somebody said, would you make any money on those cookie cutters? Looks like a giveaway. Yeah, basically is a giveaway. I mean, they were like,
what is that, lobster?
Oh,
or okay. Is that like crawfish?
I got it depends. The cookie cutters like 50 cents. I'm selling it for like $5 plus shipping. So I'll make like $2. Where the lobster? Okay, so lobster. I got this at the Ben's too. I think I paid $2 for it, and it's like, it's so ugly. Like it's a stuffed animal, but it looks realistic. And also the picture's not good. It's
I think it's so. Wait, how big is that?
It's like 20 inches, 22 inches. It's pretty big.
Oh wow. Okay. In the picture, it kind of looks like it's a small piece.
Yeah, I should put a banana or something in the picture so people have a side preference.
I like the choice of banana. I think that's a good one. I have seen people do that though. They put like a quarter or something in the cover photo so people can kind of reference it for size.
Yeah.
Because in that first photo, I assumed it was like a small, almost like a keychain doll.
I should probably fix that since I'm asking $12 plus shipping.
Yeah.
So that's pretty bad there. I want to see some of my t-shirt listings because like some dumb t-shirts are the things I first listed like way back in the day when I first started, and they're still for sale because I haven't. Okay, so like this one. This Nassau Bahamas rainbow tie-dye t-shirt. When I bought this, my wife was like, who's gonna buy that? I'm like, somebody will buy it. And nobody's bought it. This is when I did like I made the big hanger.
The wide hanger.
So, yeah. But you can see the picture isn't square, it's a rectangle. It's not a white background, it's like a gray wall. Centered. Yeah, it is not centered. Like it's just, this shirt is never going to sell.
The thing about the hanger photos, it's really hard to get the lighting right.
It is.
Like you need almost like 5 lights, like above both sides, like multi-directional lights. It's just so hard. Yeah, but that one's not even centered. It's like you didn't even try.
The flat lay is this tennis racket. You can tell that's a rectangular photo too.
I'm surprised we fit 2 pants side by side, full.
Yeah, you can see they're cut off on the edges. Like I shouldn't have done this.
Yeah,
like I shouldn't have bought this. Like these were both new with tags. I paid like $4 each. So I'm asking 40. So I'm in $8 asking 40 plus shipping. So if they sell, it'll be good. But I don't think the pictures are good enough to sell. But I don't know. They're both new with tags. I think retail in each one was like $59. So I don't know. But it's just so hard taking pictures of lots of pants. Like lots of shirts are doable, but pants are kind of iffy.
Yeah. Talbert's mom said, tell him what not to say about something you're trying to sell. I don't know if I'm reading that incorrectly. I don't know what that means.
I'm just like, I'm not, I guess he's saying like, I'm talking bad about stuff. So it's just going to make it to where it's not going to sell. This shirt is not going to sell. I promise you, nobody's going to buy this shirt.
Yeah. You'd be surprised. Like, 'cause stuff like this, I have a few photos that look just straight up garbage like this.
Yeah.
And like occasionally I'll sell something like that. I'm like, what the heck? Like, I didn't even know I had this in my store.
Let me go check your store out here.
Okay.
Some garbage. So we're in a lot of Josh's store.
Okay.
What's up with the angle on this one?
Okay. So the thing is, like, I have 2 photo stations. It's either the flat lay with so someone asked where we got the wood background. So that's like vinyl flooring. I just picked it up at Lowe's, which I stole the idea from Harry Tornado's Instagram.
Yeah,
but
it's just a big sheet. It's like 10 feet long and like 5 feet tall, and they're like $30.
Yeah, so when I take photos, I'm either doing everything on the wood backdrop on the flat lay floor, or I'm taking everything on my desk. So I have to like move my lights. So I had this pair of shoes after I was done with like a photo session. I was like, nah, I'm too lazy to move my lights. So I'm just gonna plop these on the floor. And I had to angle them like that because if I brought it down like I normally do, then
Yeah.
you'd see like everything in my room. So it's like a weird angle.
You got to just do
Whatever.
what it requires. I get it.
Whatever. That's like a lot of my perfume. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna plop it on the floor.
What's up with the sweater? It's like, oh, it's like one of the bullfighter guys. Like, oh,
Hey, I think it looks good. I think it looks good.
Yeah. Let me look at the chat and see if anybody else has any good comments. Citizen Style says, LOJ, how do you fold the dress shirts to look that nice? And where one cuff,
I did a video on it. So if you go into my videos and it's titled like how to fold men's dress shirts. It's like a 6-minute video on how I do it. But the secret is I have like a little folding board. So I'll use that. It was like $12 on Amazon. It's just like a little block. And I just use that as kind of like a form. That's a feisty sweater. The sweater says, I will end you. Oh my gosh.
Brian Oaks Haiti Hunter says, what about selling the shirts in bulk? Someone might buy them all because they like one or two of them. I've thought about like at the end of the year, just pulling down all those garbage listings like that and just putting them in a box and just say lot of 30 t-shirts, and just putting them on auction and just getting them out of here. I think just selling like a mixed lot would be a lot easier than trying to do a listing showing each t-shirt because you only have 12 pictures. So if you do a lot of 6 t-shirts, it's a lot of work for probably not a lot of return on t-shirts.
Citizen Style says that gray sweater is doing a Michael Jackson crotch grab. I didn't even notice that's where the hand was. Oh my goodness.
Heather, I did get your email. I'll respond today. I'm so sorry. John,
I think that sweater, the sleeves are just like abnormally long. I think that's why.
Yeah. John Bone says a terrible pick listed is better than something in your death pile. That's very true.
Facts.com.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. I think I'm caught up on the chat. So let's get back to roasting Josh. See, I like this one. This one's a little bit better than the sweater.
Yeah.
Still the same thing, but it looks good. I like that.
Yeah.
I really like the flat lay, man. It's so much easier. And
I almost feel like it looks better than a mannequin sometimes too.
Yeah. I've never used a mannequin, but these are creepy.
Yeah, they are.
$100 for some American Girl. Okay. American Girl doesn't sell. This one's a little dark, I think.
I know. It is. I'm surprised that one hasn't sold yet though. That's a Toomey. Maybe it is because it's too dark.
Yeah. I think overall your pictures are pretty good, man.
Yeah, just stick with the newer ones.
let me go all the way to page 10.
Okay. Are you sorted by like,
the oldest ones?
Did you sort it by new? You can sort it by newly listed. Oh God, here we go. Here we go. This is
the DVDs.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Okay,
I didn't even know I had these listed.
Okay, nobody's gonna buy a $7 DVD.
I'm gonna like lose money on this stuff. This is part of that, like when I bought like 300 DVDs. I sold like a lot of 100 and a lot of it was like 45. And those were the ones that I actually went through and listed, so I just kept them. I probably should have just taken those listings down. Oh my God, yeah, you can tell. So there was a phase where I would photo fuse all my photos, so that's like the like complete like.
What is this? That's like a super rectangle.
I should just start a new store so all my photos look good.
Rainbow 6-3 Black Arrow for Xbox.
Yeah, like stuff like this. I'm gonna lose money when it sells. Like I don't know why.
Shipping. Yeah.
Why do I have this stuff listed? Gosh.
Oh, there's your bulk Legos you don't buy anymore.
Yeah, that's the only listing left. I sold off all the other ones.
All right.
Gosh,
I have another store pulled up on the tab up here. Cajun Roots. I have your store ready to go. Can you just give me a confirmation that you're okay with us roasting your store. We won't be too mean, I promise.
Yeah. We say roast, but I'm finding that it's really hard to just roast people.
Yeah, I mean, most people's pictures aren't that bad.
Yeah.
Roast, it's just, I think it's a fun idea, but we're not actually trying to be mean.
Yeah. Honestly, I find myself looking at other people's stores often, and I feel like I learn a lot just by browsing other people's stores, just to see like what they're doing, what they're selling, see what works for them.
So this is my friend Johnny, Cajun Roots Reseller. He's originally from Louisiana. He just moved to Massachusetts, and he's only been reselling for like 2 or 3 months, like very, very new. So keep that in mind. He's already got 30 positive feedback, no neutral, no negative. So he's doing awesome so far. Okay, so let's see all items.
And I guess we should sort by newly listed so we can kind of compare.
Okay.
And see the progression of his photos, I guess.
All right. So we got a V Mingo portable handheld golden retriever virtual friend. Oh my gosh. That sounds like something I would like.
That's like a Tamagotchi, right?
Never seen one of those before. I mean, that picture's not bad. There's nothing distracting in the background. I can tell it's not solid white, but most of the picture is taken up by the actual item. So I don't think that's terrible.
Yeah, he's maximizing the real estate of the photo, I guess. Yeah, if you want to call it that.
A lot of toys, a lot of collectibles. Best of British 2011 fine bone china mug, Butler product design, Kingdom fine chin.
So what are your thoughts on the word count in the titles? Like, do you try to max it out every time, or do you just do what's
a lot of times I don't like, I don't even have to think about it. It's just naturally like I'm gonna keep typing until it won't let me type anymore.
Okay, so that'd be my like first thing I see. So I start off with the words that I kind of like envision myself as a buyer and try to think like what they would type. So I'll start with that, and then if there are words left over, I'll fill it up with stuff that I feel like are keywords. So like that baseball toy, if you scroll up, you could definitely include a lot more keywords in there. You can throw in baseball, sports, or whatever.
Baseball, sports, collectible, toy.
Yeah.
I don't think the pictures are bad. I mean, I can tell some of your pictures are like rectangular, which isn't ideal, but it's not going to stop a sale if it's a good item. I've learned that like these cars are very difficult to get good pictures of because it's such a weird angle, you know. I'd probably want to tuck this little piece of cardboard in the box and get this on a solid background, and maybe take a picture like straight flat, like from as if it was a real car sitting and from the side, like eye level with the car, because I think it would just look better. Eye level with the car with a nice white background should look pretty good. Talbert's mom said, we hired a kid down the street to come and take pictures one Saturday for my friend because we were way too busy to do it. That girl got 5 cents a picture and she was happy, and we got the best pictures. Look out, Papa's going to come get you.
Isn't that illegal?
Yeah, 5 cents a movie in 1943.
How many pictures do you have to take an hour to get minimum wage?
Oh,
how does the math work?
It's a lot of math. I don't.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, I'm sure she had fun. These hats, I do not like the angle on these hats. I don't think it's a good angle. I made a video about how I photograph hats. I'm not saying I'm the only person who knows how to photograph hats. I just personally don't think this angle is very flattering for hats. I generally think that like a good hat angle is like eye level, like slightly off to the side. Let's check your other pictures here to see which other you have.
That's that's like the same thing with your cars. I think eye level is a good cover photo.
Yeah. I mean, people are searching for this stuff, and they're going to really just look at the pictures. And if the picture's good, then they'll look at the title. And if the title's good, then they'll look at the description, and then they'll buy it. So it's like the picture is what needs to be a showstopper.
Cajun Reseller, what do you use to take your photos? Like do you use a digital camera or your phone? Curious.
Yeah, it's something that gives like a really wide, like a very rectangular picture. Um, I know like DSLR cameras and stuff can be better, like better quality, but you can't. Most of them can't take in square mode, and it's just if you don't take your pictures in square mode, it looks bad on your listings, and if you have to edit them later, it just takes a lot of time.
Yeah. Okay. He said he uses his phone. So if you're just using like a default camera app, if you're using the Android, I think it's like you can switch it to like a 1-to-1 ratio. If you're using an iPhone, there's a square mode. If you like swipe right, swipe left, you'll find a square mode, and that kind of helps you default to that little square that we're talking about.
This is a cool listing. I've always liked the idea of like vintage buttons. Not that they're worth any money. I just like them. But I don't know how I feel about these little squigglies in the title. I'm not sure that's a good use of characters, but I'm also not immediately thinking of any other keywords like vintage, bag of buttons, lot of 37, new and bag.
Yeah, you can throw in like crafting, collectibles too.
Yeah, craft. The craft would be a good one.
Yeah, but that's like targeting a very specific buyer if you're limiting yourself to those keywords.
Yeah. So I'm going to go back to just us for a minute and go back. I think you got another $5 super chat.
Yeah. Down
the
the rabbit
hole sent $5. No message, just $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'll go back to the chat for a second because I don't want it to just be, a live stream just with streaming.
Yeah.
If you guys want us to, actually, I think I got a message from a guy wanting to roast. Let's see, Brian Sullivan. Let's see. Sol de Bria. All right, let me see if I can pull this up, Brian. Do you guys have any questions about like, I guess, listing on eBay? It's just so hard to tell like who needs what kind of help in these videos because some of you guys are seasoned resellers. You've been listing on eBay for longer than I've been alive. And some of you have
probably have way better stores than us. Some of you guys.
So it's just we're trying to help every as much as we can in every aspect. But Gate City Picker says eBay said not to use symbols. It doesn't help the search. Yeah, I've seen people put like that look thing, like capital L @ symbol K. That does nothing. That just makes
that's more of a that's I read that as lack. Because the @ symbol, that's an A.
Lack. Pickers at $5. Happy birthday. Hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that. Oh, Gate City Picker finally said, "Where's the beard?" Nobody.
We didn't talk about that, did we?
He messaged us on Facebook last night at like 3 a.m. and said he was sick and hadn't been to bed yet and requested that we excuse him from the show. So I gave him a hall pass for today. But please go watch his videos and dislike all of them. I'm kidding. He's sick. Don't do that. I was waiting for somebody to ask about him.
Yeah. We might have missed a few comments about it.
Alexis says, I have tons of questions about international direct shipping. I think Josh and I both do our direct shipping. Like I do most of my international through the eBay Global Shipping Program, but occasionally I'll do international direct through Pirate Ship using their simple export rate. Josh, didn't you do a video about that?
I've talked about it, and then in the video description, I linked to Lonnie Garage / Shed Flips video that he did where he kind of walked people through it. But I have both GSP and direct shipping turned on, and I haven't had a GSP sale in forever. Everything international has been like direct these days, and the number of international sales has like significantly increased. It's almost like I get like 4 or 5 like a week international sales now. But the way you do it, you go to Pirate Ships. So just Google Pirate Ship simple export rate, and it should be the first link on the top. You click on it, and all you have to do is on the bottom right, there's a little icon that it looks like a messenger icon. You click on that, and you just type into their customer support chat. You say, I want simple export rate, something along that line. And for me, they got back to me in like 5 minutes and said I was like good to go. And then that link you clicked on, the simple export rate, there's a little chart that tells you like all the rates and stuff. So you can use that, and then you'll just have to go into your listings and then turn on international shipping, and then go by those rates depending on how heavy your item is.
Twistina Thriftina says, so the items I've had listed longer with bad pics, do I need to update those pics? It really depends on if the item's worth it. Like for me, those t-shirts aren't worth me going and taking them out of the poly bag and taking better pictures and listing them for $9 again. I'll probably just leave them listed, and if they don't sell within another 6 months or so, I'll probably just remove the listing and donate them.
Yeah, so I rarely ever go back to old listings and update photos. I feel like a lot of the older items I've listed were of poor quality anyways, if they're still up. So I feel like it's just not worth my time. I feel like it's better. I mean, I'm a lot better at sourcing now than, I mean, those like DVDs I put up without a doubt. So I feel like the items that I'm sourcing like now, it's just more worth the time to get those items up on eBay rather than going back to older, like worser stock and adjusting those listings.
Yeah. Emily Conway just says, help me. Emily, I got another viewer's store pulled up here. We'll review his, and then yours will be next. Again, we're not doing a great job of keeping up with the chat today, so if somebody else wanted me to review it, we'll try to get to everybody, or as many people as we can. And if you guys like this show, we can maybe do it like once every 2 weeks or so. I don't want every show to be this, but I think it's a cool thing to add every once in a while. So I don't see any questions right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and share our screen again. We've got the store Memphis Flips. That's a good play on the word.
Memphis Flips. That's cool.
That's pulled up. This is Brian Sullivan. He goes by Daytona. What was it? Daytona something on YouTube. So we'll look at his store here. I did notice one thing at first. I'll see it eventually. We'll go back to that. This is this vintage Littlest Pet Shop. The picture is actually pretty good here. Like having just taking a picture of all that in one listing, even though it's a rectangle, I still think it looks pretty decent for that. I would just make sure you add supplemental photos to that, like more up close details. But this is a good cover photo for a huge lot of something like that. This rear view mirror thing is very rectangular as well, but again, something like that is kind of hard to take a square picture of. But I just automatically take square pictures of everything. Like my pants would be much easier to take pictures of pants just long ways like this, but to get that higher search bar recommendation, I guess I would take square pictures and do them diagonally. I think square pictures are very important. Olympus R2D2. Your glove picture kind of looks like mine. That little gray background, just kind of dingy. Also, $25 plus shipping. It looks like just a regular Mizuno glove, so that may be a little overpriced. Most of my gloves sell between $15 and $22. I did sell a Nakona glove before, which those retail for like $400. It was very used, and I sold that for like $80. But 99% of my gloves sell between $15 and $25.
I will say gloves are like very seasonal. I think
springtime.
Honestly, like March, April. Last year I literally sold out on all the gloves I sourced within like 2-3 weeks. So there's gonna be a time like it's almost like if you want to wait it out, you could probably get the higher price point once you hit that season. But once you're out of that little window, if you do want to move the inventory, I think you have to price it a little cheaper. But if you're willing to wait for that little window of opportunity where literally every glove on eBay sells, it might be worth it to relook it.
Lou Dunn sent $5 super chat. HC, happy birthday, my dude. Thank you so much, Lou. We appreciate that. These two items are interesting because I've sold these exact items before. Brooks running shoes, I used to buy every pair I could find as long as they were in decent condition. And I just think that the value on them has gone down.
That's the new Tommy Bahama.
Yeah, like $30 plus shipping, and not a very good picture. Like the angle's interesting, but the background's like you got a big shadow here, you got a big seam in the back. I don't think these are going to sell. So it's a good shoe, but I think you need to take better pictures and get better pictures, better angles, and reduce the price to like $23 plus shipping. And you might have a better chance to sell those. Also, this NCAA football 14 game, this thing sells like hotcakes, but not for $90 plus shipping. The market value in this game is about $70 to $75. If you drop this price to $75 free shipping, it will sell today probably. The picture's fine, but the price is wrong. And I've noticed, like, when I go back in my own listings and look to see what's wrong, usually it's the fact that the market value of the item has dropped since I've listed that item. Like, I listed it 6 months ago, it was worth this, but now the market's flooded or whatever, and it's just not going to sell at that price. So I won't have to edit the listing. The title's good, the pictures are good, but the price needs to come down. And you could argue that they don't make that game anymore and it'll sell eventually, and I guess that could be true. But it depends on how long you want to hold on to this, because at $89.94 plus shipping, you'll be holding on to this for a while.
Yeah, for things like that, I do typically, at least for my listings, I try to price a little bit on the higher end of the market. And the way I kind of find balance in that is I'll run like 15 to 20% off sales to kind of like counterbalance that.
M said, wow, learned something new. I need to get my hand on one of those games. Yeah, this is probably the most valuable Xbox 360 game they make. This is 2014 was the last year they made the NCAA college football game. So if you ever see these like in a lot of games on Facebook Marketplace or something like that, buy it, because it's worth a lot. I listed mine. I think I sold mine for $70 plus shipping, so it was like $75 all in, and it sold within like 3 hours.
Yeah, I can't find it in the chat. Someone asked, if you scroll up a little bit, there's like a little metallic item.
The frog thing?
No, right under the hat.
Under
the red hat on the left, right below it. So someone was asking, like, how do you get rid of those like shiny reflections and stuff like that?
There's an app called Touch Retouch. It's definitely available in the Google Play Store. I'm pretty sure it's available on iOS. And it's basically an app where it lets you like erase things. So a lot of time when I first started with my white backgrounds, I was using 2 pieces of cardboard, like two white pieces, like at an angle, but you can see that seam in the background. If you have a really expensive item, you can use that app and go take your main picture into the app, and like, it's very easy. It's like remove object. You click that and you just click your finger and like drag it over the seam and click process, and it gets rid of the seam. On this situation, you could upload this photo to that app, again called Touch Retouch. And you just run your finger over that white thing and it will get rid of that and just make all of it that nice silver color.
So when I think of reflections like this, last summer I sold an Nespresso machine. Mm-hmm. It's just like a brand of coffee. It's kind of like Keurig. It's a competitor of them, but it was like a silver metallic one. And it was like a really hot day, so I was taking pictures topless that day. And I had no idea that it was kind of like a mirror. So if you like look closely, you can see me with my phone with no shirt on. I had no idea until it sold, and I like re-looked at the photos, and I was like, "Holy cow!" Like, I feel like a lot of people had like definitely saw that while they were looking at my listing, and I was just like, that was like a facepalm moment. I was like, okay, I need to be careful with these metallic reflective items. Hey, but it's still sold. Maybe I helped. Yeah. Maybe I helped.
Maybe people like seeing you with your shirt off, man.
Yeah.
Just embrace
Maybe
it.
I could be doing that more often. I don't know.
Yeah. Like that girl modeling the military clothes.
But it was like, my face was very expressionless. Like, I was like, I was just like in the zone taking pictures. So like zero expression on my face, just, but you could see like my upper half like very clearly. And I was just like, jeez.
Oh, goodness. Alexis Catty Enterprises says, how does one qualify for top rated seller? It's not something you have to apply for. You just get it after you, I don't really remember that. I think it's like, you have to have so many completed transactions and so many sales. It's just like, once you reach a milestone, eBay you'll automatically get it. I'm sure there's somewhere on the eBay website that shows you what you need. If anybody in chat knows exactly what the qualifications are, you can let us know. I'm sure somebody knows, but I got it. It takes about 90 days. Like if you start reselling, it'll take about 90 days to clear your PayPal hold and to get top rated seller. And once you reach that, it's much easier to maintain it. But I got it like 9 months ago, so I don't remember the exact specifications that it requires. But it's some sort of amount of sales without any issues. Looks like I got another $5 super chat from, looks like Jeremy. Yeah, Jeremy Cash 616. Happy birthday, man. Thank you so much, Jeremy. We really appreciate that. He's one of my patrons as well. You guys are just incredibly supportive. Awesome.
Did you see a super chat from Lou Duns?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
Valamilk says, "Lotta Josh, when I see those type of photos, I always assume they're intentional. Like people just want you to see what they look like."
Oh man.
And somebody earlier, I don't know where the question is, but they said it's hard to keep up with like an average market price if you have 5,000 listings. I want to say there's some sort of software you can buy that's like an automatic repricer. I know they have them from Amazon. I'm assuming they have them for eBay. It's a lot of money. I know the Amazon one is like $125 a month, and it goes in and constantly keeps up with the price on Amazon, and things are changing every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. And if you have 10,000 listings on Amazon, it's impossible to do. So if that's an issue you have, you can look up eBay automatic repricer tool, and I'm sure there's something out there. I don't have that issue because I only have 500 items, so I can kind of do it manually. But I certainly understand how that can be more of an issue the bigger you get. There's another.
You just got 2 super chats.
Yeah, Swamo Defense said gobble gobble.
Gobble.
Thank you so much. And then Art Vandalay 219 $4.99. Happy birthday, Josh. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You guys are just awesome. DC Picker. Oh, what's up, man? He's in the chat. He just said $1,000. Hey, you forgot to do that as a super chat. You have to do it. Just kidding. DC Picker. I found him on Instagram through the Sarths hashtag. I didn't even know who he was before that. And he's telling people like for Sarths to go to RVA Flip store because he has so many toys for sale, and to buy toys from Justin and just let Justin donate them, like pay for them and no shipping, whatever. And then Justin just keeps them and donates them. And that's an awesome twist on the whole Sarths movement. So DC Picker, I don't know your real name, but thank you so much for supporting the movement and giving a little twist to it. It's an awesome thing you're doing. I appreciate it. He's using his platform. He's got almost 10,000 followers on Instagram. So he's using that platform, to help others. And that's what we all want to do.
So the Florida Flipper said qualifications: 100 completed delivered listings, next day shipping, less than 5 returns, and no more than 5 negative feedbacks.
See if I can find that bullet on the screen. Okay, here we go. We are trusting you. Yes. Yeah. I mean, that sounds right. That's about right. I know for, you have to do next day shipping. And I know to get top rated plus, which gives you some more benefits, you have to offer 30-day free returns. But yeah.
Okay, so is this top rate? Okay, so Simply Dana said to add to that, active for 90 days, at least 100 sales with a minimum of $1,000 with less than 0.30 or 0.3% money back guarantee or case is closed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure all this information is on eBay website too. I know eBay is not the easiest website to navigate, especially if you're new, but I remember it being pretty.
Yeah, if you click around, you'll find it.
Yeah. So let me, Emily Conway, if you put your username in the chat, I'll pull up your store next. Brian, I mean, your stuff doesn't look bad. I would just maybe get some better lighting. I have a video comparing 2 lightings, like a ring light and softboxes. I think softboxes are great. You can get a set of 2 of those for like $40 on Amazon. And having a ring light is a better source of light, but I would rather have multiple sources of decent light rather than one source of really good light. Because even one really good ring light is still going to cast shadows on some items. And really, that's what you want to get away from is the shadows. The shadows is what makes your pictures look less professional.
The best way to get started is, I think the best low budget lighting kit is just natural sunlight. And if you can't take photos during the day near a window, just replacing your light bulb and replacing it with a daylight bulb does wonders.
I do want to go back to Brian's story here. These boots caught my attention. I had this issue. Boots, like long cowboy boots, always flop over like that. Secret to getting better pictures with these is take a pool noodle, like one of the the pool noodles, the tubes and everything, and cut it to where it's like about the size of the boot, and put it inside the boot. That will make the boot look like how it would look on a foot and make them stand up completely straight. And you can reuse them. I have 2 sets, like a long set for cowboy boots and then a shorter set for like ankle boots. Again, I made both sets with 1 pool noodle, and it cost me like 97 cents. You can find them at the dollar store. And that would make this picture look infinitely better. So let me remove this for just a second. Emily says, let's see. Oh yeah, 3. Jody says 3 sources of light is best. Yeah, that's what I do too. Emily, where was your? I'm gonna buy figures on cat allergies.
Said, any advice on having the most nosy and needy cat on the face of the earth? He's always getting into all my bags and boxes.
You just get a dog.
Get a dog, yeah. Oh, we're gonna get hate for that. I'm actually allergic to cats though, which is actually really depressing. Because I love playing with cats, but my eyes will get like swollen up instantly.
Emily, the chat's moving, and I remember you put your username in there, but now I don't see it. So can you send it one more time? Yeah, Simply Dana says, that's my problem. I use 1 source of light. It's very difficult to take good pictures with 1 source of light. For me, if I'm listening in the daytime and there's a lot of sunlight outside, I open my garage door, and the sunlight coming in is enough of light to make the pictures look good because it's a huge opening of daylight. There's really there's lamps out there that you can buy for like $500 that like mimic daylight. But generally they're like Hustle at Home Mom uses 100% daylight for all of her photos, and she sells $10,000 every 60 days worth of clothing, which is crazy on eBay. So obviously daylight is the best. If you have like a bay window where it's like the main window and 2 side windows, that would be a wonderful place to take flat lay photos in your house. But again, if you have to do your listing early in the morning or late at night, you'd probably need at least 3 sources of light.
Tosina Thirtina said, I was looking at an item and the person's hand was in it. They had some scabs and I wasn't interested anymore. I'm like, I have the ugliest hands ever.
Yeah, so, I bite my nails, so I try not to.
Yeah, I'll usually take like a pen and like hold something down if I need to. If there's like a tag on a piece of clothing that's folded and I need to fold it down to take a picture of the tag, I'll just like press it down with the pen just to make sure my hands aren't in there, because I feel like if I did that, it'd be the same exact thing. Like people would just be turned off.
Jody says, I use 3 $5 clamp lights. Yeah, those clamp lights work well. I would just make sure you get they have these light bulbs that are 100-watt daylight bulbs. Kind of expensive. Like a 2-pack is like $25, but they're super bright. They're very they're not yellowy or like a white like fluorescent color. They look like daylight. And again, get the 100-watt kinds. Again, they're very expensive for a light bulb, but they work really well.
Yeah, I mean those light bulbs will last for a while too.
Yeah,
you're only turning them on when you're taking photos.
Emily, I see your comment that says it's sent, but I still don't see your username.
It's sent. Did she send it to you on Facebook or something?
I don't think she has me on Facebook. I'm gonna go back in the chat. Just send me your username. Oh, Artfully Calm. That's right. Okay. So let me pull it up here.
Jody says temporarily tape the tag down with clear tape. That is what I used to do. Well, that's not a bad idea either.
Yeah, I saw a lot of times like the material tag, like in the inside down here, will flip up, and I'll have to hold it down with my finger, and then people see that I bite my nails. So I need to. The tape is a good idea.
Yeah. M said, serious question. I go to the bins a lot. What do you do about people who intentionally push stuff towards you when you're digging in the bins?
So I go to the bins every day, pretty much. And this one time I was digging through stuff, and this guy, he threw this Tupperware lid over in my bin, and it landed right where I was looking. And I was like, I didn't say anything the first time. And then like 3 seconds later, he threw another like light object and it like hit my arm. I was like, hey, can you stop? And he didn't look at me. He just like kept digging. And then he threw like this laptop bag and it literally like hit me in the chest. And I was like, dude, stop throwing stuff at me. And like everybody like stopped digging and like looked at me. I'm like, I've asked you 3 times. Stop it. So that's what I do. I yell at people, but I do give them 2 chances.
Did you see Pick and Roll's videos? His first trip to the bins.
I didn't. I saw that he bought that old like army yearbook or something that sold for like $75. That was really interesting, but I didn't see the video.
His video, like his bins is kind of intense. At least it seemed like. The second time they told him to turn off the camera, but if you watch the first one, he films the entire time he's there. Mm-hmm. His is intense. It's like vultures waiting to like
in those big cities, man. Like you got to come down to South Carolina. Everybody's nice and polite.
And there was just like a big group of people that were all very obviously together. I think they were like Haitian or something. So they were all together, and they were standing in line, arms locked, and they were just blocking an entire aisle of bins. And they were just like digging through the shoes and just like literally just taking everything.
Yeah,
it was kind of intense. I don't know if they like sent it overseas back home to like Haiti, or if they like sell at a flea market or something. But it was just like the most bizarre scene, like literally in line, an entire aisle, interlocked arms, just completely blocking it out. But
and people like, I get that people don't like the bins, because if I had to deal with bins like that, I wouldn't go there. But I mean, mine, there's like 30 to 40 people in there. Like 50% of them are flea market resellers that are just looking for junk that I don't want anyway. And then there's always like the Hispanic family, you know, of like 10, 15 people in there digging for clothes that I'm sure they either keep or sell at flea markets. But I mean, I've never, the only time it gets crazy is when they put out new bins. In my location, they only put out stuff once a day. It's not like every 15 minutes is a new rotation. And when you see them like clear out an aisle, I just go stand. Like they put the bins in the same spot, so everybody just claims a spot and people will respect it. Like occasionally somebody will like come stand next to me and want to dig with me. But I'm like, that's fine. It's a huge Gaylord. I mean, I can't dig through everything by myself anyway. Resale King sent a $4.99 super chat. Good morning, Lot of Josh. Thanks again for the shout out Monday. You pushed me over 100 subs. Also, happy birthday to Harry Tornado. Thank you so much for that super chat. We appreciate it. I love shouting out people that like I see are like hustling, like people that are making it, like Gorgeous. I think she's like finally got over 100 subscribers or something, but she's just pumping out content. Emily Conway's another one. She's uploading every day. And I mean, that's what you got to do. You just got to hustle, put out 100 terrible videos. Because if you put out 10 terrible videos and then give up, you're never going to grow. So if I see you hustling like that, I'm going to give you a shout out. And a lot of Josh probably feels the same way.
Yeah. The cool thing about Resell King is the reason why I love his channel is because he's still in the military, active duty. So I kind of relate to him. So he's like hustling while still working full time for the military right now. And I think he still has like a year and a half or 2 left in his contract. But I think he's planning on doing what I did and just transitioning to full-time reselling once he gets out. So if you're like super curious on how being in the military and reselling works hand in hand, he's definitely a good channel to subscribe to.
Jody says the bins, in my opinion, are the smartest place to find inventory. It's insane how cheap you're getting the stuff for. $50 of stuff at my bins gets me 50 pounds of clothing and other stuff. Yeah, I had a video where I did like a 2-day bins haul. I spent like, it was like $28 one day and like 31 the next. So like 50, 60 bucks. And it's so far, I think I've netted like close to $700 on that stuff. And I still have like 30 things left. I mean, it's insane. A lot of it's garbage. I mean, you got to dig through the garbage to find the gold. But I mean, there's really good stuff there sometimes. At least my location. Again, everybody's different. Every location has a different system. You know, generally the locations in larger populated areas are going to be worse because the more people you have, the more people know about the bins, and you know, the more competitive they're going to be.
Yeah.
That's why I don't tell nobody, like I'm friends with the people at the bins. It's the same people there every day. And they know I film, but they don't know my YouTube channel name. They don't know what I sell. I mean, obviously they know what I buy, but they don't know the profit I'm making because I don't want them buying the same things as me. One of my friends asked me, I used to do a radio show for my finance stuff. I used to be a Dave Ramsey financial counselor. And we had a radio show on this station that has like just a bunch of different shows. Like there's a guy that does a handyman show and a lady that does a show about pets. And I was talking to somebody who said I should do a radio show about that, about like reselling. I'm like, that's the last thing I would do, because the radio station is localized. I don't want to tell everybody within 50 miles of me how much money I'm making buying stuff at the bins, because then everybody will do that. YouTube is much more spread out. I've got a couple people that watch my videos from South Carolina, but it's not as localized as a radio show.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
it's like you were talking in last week, our YouTubers ruining reselling. I don't think so, but you also have to be smart about it and not tell everyone, all of your neighbors, what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Emily, let me pull up your store here. Doop, doop, doop. Gorgeous is almost at 200 subs. That's awesome. Artfully Calm. She has 3 followers, 56 feedback, and 100% positive feedback. That's awesome. So let's see. Elfie, hashtag Elfie, size medium, long sleeve, ugly, light up. Let's just look this one, because this is a very appropriate item for this time of year. Okay, so it looks like it's flat lay on like carpet, which isn't bad. I think Hustle at Home Mom does that. Well, she does on like hardwood floors, and then puts like a rug in it. One watch in the last 24 hours. The price is decent, $12.80 plus shipping. Elfie, size medium, long sleeve, ugly, light up Christmas sweater, black, green. The title's pretty good. A lot of characters in there. Not much room for more keywords. I think this is a pretty decent listing. Let's see. Do you have any more pictures?
It's just one photo.
Oh, okay. That's an issue. That's probably why it hasn't sold yet, because it's just one photo. I'll see stuff
roasted.
Yeah. You've got to have. I don't put 12 photos on all my listing. You can put up to 12, and I don't unless it's necessary. But you always want to put. For my clothing, I'll do front and back, and I'll do a picture of the sleeve measurement. I'll do a picture of the chest measurement, and I'll do a picture of the length. And then I'll do a close-up picture of the tag, so you can see the brand and the size, and I'll do a close-up picture of the material tag, so you can see what the material is. People want to know that stuff. Like, generally, if I was looking for a Christmas sweater and I went to that one, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Let me see what other photos you have. And you don't have other photos, I'm probably not going to buy that. So I would pull that out of your inventory, take more photos. I'd probably increase the price to like $15 plus shipping, and maybe promote it like 2% or something, because Christmas sweaters are very just stocked up right now on eBay. A lot of people are looking for them. A lot of people are buying them, but promoting something like that may help you get it sold. But I think it's underpriced, but I don't think it's underpriced because it's one photo. If it had more photos, it would be underpriced.
Yeah. So Lynn at Here's Lynn said, I'd also ask for measurements. So I do the same thing as Harry Tornado. I take a tape measure and I put it over the clothing to show the measurements. And that'll save you time in the long run, because a lot of people will message you and ask for measurements if they can't find it either in the photos or the item description.
Jody was telling us about how he sells a lot of ties. Jody, if you want to tell us what brands ties that you buy and sell. Generally, I would only pick up like Brooks Brothers or Trump, or like Hermes or Gucci or something. I don't really pick up anything other than that.
Yeah, those are the 2 brands I look for: Brooks Brothers and the Donald J. Trump ties. You guys, super chat.
Oh, the DC Picker. What's up, man? Happy B-Day, happy Thanksgiving, and keep spreading the Sarth's message. Thank you so much, man. I'm going to DM you on Instagram. I want to like learn more about you and maybe get you on Reseller Review. Oh, just so you know, my next guest on Reseller Review, maybe next week. I don't know. We got to talk about it, but it's going to be Big Drift Thrift, Allison from she's a reseller. I don't know if she's full-time, but she's a really good part-time reseller from Alaska. She
interesting.
Straight gold all the time. So I'm really excited to get her on the show and learn more about her. I don't think she has a YouTube channel. She's just a reseller, but she's got like almost 10,000 followers on Instagram. So she's, I think she'll be a cool guest. And DC Picker, I'd love to have you on the show as well. So I'll shoot you a DM on Instagram. Palmetto Fine says she do $19.99 free ship. Yeah. Christmas sweaters are something that might do best to do free shipping on. Free shipping and a promotion will probably get this thing sold. because that, I mean, you could put that in a padded flat rate envelope. You know, it's going to cost, you know, $7.33 or $7.55, whatever you pay to ship. So yeah, just build that into the price.
Mm-hmm.
So let's keep looking here at this picture. True Religion women's skinny jeans, size 26, studded. This is a terrible picture. It's on your bed, and the blanket is like wrinkled, and it's rectangle, and it's just not a good picture. True Religion is a good brand. I would probably pull this out and retake photos, just to get it sold. I mean, I think they'll sell, but not with this picture. So I used to use a sheet too. Like I wanted to do flat lay, but I still want to do the white background. So I had a sheet that I would flat lay, and I would put weights, like these like weights you'd lift with on each corner to kind of keep it tight. And then I'd do my flat lay stuff on that. And that kind of helped with the wrinkle situation. And sometimes, you know, if it's a really high dollar item, you can go in and edit out the wrinkles and using that app. The app is called Touch Retouch. Someone asked if it's free. I don't think it's free. I think it's like $1.99, but I use it all the time, so it's well worth it. This picture is really good. It looks like you use that Photo Fuse app on that. So that's pretty good. This picture is not good because the sleeves are cut off. It's just crazy how some of your pictures look really good like this, and then like the difference in these two is night and day. Like this will probably sell. This would probably not sell. The price on this seems okay, 15 plus shipping. George Strait collection by Wrangler. Is just plain white, so it might be a little overpriced, but the picture is the main issue. It's rectangular, and the item is not all in. This is a really good picture. Torrid women's cardigan. That's an awesome picture. That's great. I think you just like, I don't know, in your time frame of your reselling business, you know what, like if these were your first photos and these are your new photos, I guess I could sort by newly listed, but do all this. Somebody just said stock photos. You cannot use stock photos on eBay. Becky Park learned that lesson the hard way. She got a Vero for using stock photos. I feel like that's a common problem with people coming from Poshmark over to eBay, that they're so used to using stock photos. Because it's a great way to show what your item looks like, but you can't do that. eBay will give you a Vero. And your first Vero gets you your items. None of your items show up in search for 3 days. I learned that. So that kind of sucks. So don't use stock photos. Use a mannequin or something, or find, I don't know. Just don't use stock photos. This picture, Emily, this is the worst picture. Oh, okay. This is a roast. Okay, so we got the same as before. The sheet, the wrinkled sheet, the not very good lighting. I can tell your window or something is like over here. Also, the picture's blurry and out of focus. So if you guys take pictures on your phone of your listing, make sure that before you start, that you take your sleeve or something and wipe the lens. Because if you have, like, my phone unlocks with this fingerprint thing back here, and I touch the lens all the time on accident. And if you do that, it's going to put a fingerprint over the lens, and it's going to make your photos come out like this, a little bit blurry. I'm sure that her lens on her phone was not cleaned, which is why this photo looks like it does. It's like blurry and has a haze over it. So that's
what is that? What is that fifth photo? It's something's written on a piece of paper.
Oh yeah, she wrote the.
Is that measurement? Oh, okay, measurements.
That's awesome. I like when people do that. I don't do that personally, but I think it's cool. I just take pictures. Like I put like a yardstick or a thick tape measure showing the measurements, and then just take pictures of that. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom.
Also, with those types of jeans, people are searching like specific styles, like boot cut or skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Or straight jeans. So include the style of jeans and the cut and the form fit.
Yeah. This picture is not good. The shoes are cut off and they're untied. It just looks sloppy. I would, for my shoes, if they look good as is, I'll just tie them and put them in a cool angle. But if they are kind of like floppy, I'll stuff a bunch of like paper, plastic bags in the toe, just to make them look like they're filled and more full. Yeah. It's just a weird angle, and they're cut off.
I'll show you what I do with my laces. So I don't know if you can make it bigger.
Yeah.
So I just have a pair of shoes right here. So I'll just pull them instead of doing like the bunny ties. So I feel like the little bunny ears get distracting. So I'll just take it and then loop it around and pull it through like this. I don't know. You've probably seen it done like this in retail stores, but I'll do something like that.
Whoops.
Oh,
I tried to put you.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know if I can show this clearly and explain it, but I'll just create like a little circle and then pull it through so it's like tied on itself. So there's like a little hook right here. And then I'll just like tuck it inside. So when you take the photo, it's just like you don't see the laces at all. It's like tucked in. So it makes it look a lot cleaner. So you don't have like bunny ears like droop down. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to do this specific knot, but just kind of like tie it away and tuck it in. So when you're taking the photo, you don't see the bunny ears and it's a lot more clean.
I got a $1.99 super chat from Big Drift. Allison, thank you so much. I'm excited to interview you. I'm really excited to just get to know you better because I've only talked to you on Instagram. So,
yeah, Stormy finds that. Yeah, that's called a slip knot. Couldn't remember it. Just don't do a granny knot, which is impossible to untie.
Valley Milk said, "I just thought my computer mouse was broken and realized that was yours on the screen." Glock 30 fan says 34 by 45. That's for real bean pole. Like somebody that skinny and that tall. Jeez Louise. All right. DC Picker says, got to get back to work. Good talking, guys. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Yeah. So, we're over an hour too. So I'll wrap things up a little bit here. But thank you guys for participating today. I know we didn't get to a lot of stores, but I think this is a cool thing to do. I mean, it helps out. We try to help people. Call it a roast, but we try to help people improve their listings, give their store some exposure. I think this. I saw this jungle button down shirt. I thought that was pretty cool. If only it was my size. It looks a little small for me. But it's a cool way to give you guys exposure, help you out, and give us something to talk about in the morning shows because you guys know we don't know what we're doing. We're just living each day as we go. So thank you guys for joining us today. Thank you for all the super chats and the birthday wishes. All that is very appreciative. We hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving and happy sales. Q4 is in full gear for me. So I'm excited to get this show on the road and see where this train stops. So Josh, any final closing comments?
Yeah, so happy Thanksgiving. Everyone's saying happy Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone. On weekends like this, I think it's really important to kind of like take a break and enjoy the time off with family and friends. So I hope everyone's not going to I hope everyone doesn't have like crazy plans to work through the weekend. Like enjoy the holiday, enjoy your time off, and just kind of relax this weekend. That's probably what I'm going to be doing. So hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving. Happy birthday to the Harry Tornado. So enjoy that.
Thank you.
But that's all I have. Appreciate everyone for joining us and hanging out.
All right. We'll see you guys. We're not going to be live tomorrow. We're taking some time off for Thanksgiving. So we'll see you guys next Tuesday on Lauder Josh's channel. Oh, also, don't forget Friday. I'm doing my Friday live stream, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be doing a trivia about my YouTube channel. I'll be giving away 5 $5 prizes, 5 $10 prizes, and 1 $25 prize. The more you know about me and my channel, the better chances you have of winning, and one person can win more than once. So I'm really excited about that. Be sure to tune in for a chance to win. Thank you guys for watching again, and we'll see you on the next one.